Israel launched several attacks across targets in southern Lebanon, the eastern Bekaa Valley. Typically, these are areas where Hezbollah have military infrastructure. Now, by the end of the day, the Lebanese Health Ministry said that nearly 500 people had been killed, including 58 women and 35 children. 1,650 people had been wounded. The Israeli military say that they had hit 1,300 Hezbollah targets across the country, and that many of the people killed were actually members of the Lebanese militia Hezbollah, because the group had placed rocket launchers into people's private homes. This is per the Israeli military. Now, earlier in the day, the IDF had left messages to Lebanese citizens warning them to leave their homes and to take the warning seriously. But many Lebanese people didn't know where to go. This is not a country that has bomb shelters. And so a lot of panic and chaos ensued. There were traffic jams hours long from the southern part of the country all the way back up to Beirut, panic and fear prevailing. In return, the Hezbollah throughout the day says it carried out another missile attack on some targets in north of Haifa in Israel, according to its Telegram account, saying that they attacked the Ramat David air base. But of course, many of those rockets were intercepted. The point is, yesterday was an extremely deadly day, and it doesn't appear that there are any signs of letting up on either sides at this front.
This is an aerial campaign against Hezbollah, and Hezbollah against, as you say, parts of Israel. Is a ground invasion imminent?
That's one of the big questions that people are asking. But if you speak to some experts on the ground, they tell you that there are no indications as of yet that Israel is preparing itself for an actual ground offensive. So far, they have limited the conduct of the war to airstrikes, but there are no signs of reservists being called up. And even though there have been some redeployments to the northern part of Israel, so far they're acting in a defense capacity. For now, if you listen to the language coming out of the Israeli Prime Minister, out of the Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, it appears as though the airstrikes on key Hezbollah assets are going to continue. And then also what they have said, and again, this is language from that the Israeli military put forward yesterday, they said that up to 50% of Hezbollah's capabilities and infrastructure has been degraded. In addition to that, they also claim that all of the elite commanders of the Redwan fighting force, those are the senior commanders that surround the Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah, have also been killed as well. This has not been confirmed by Hezbollah.
Why is this escalation happening now, do we think?
I think, again, you have to go back to the language that the Israeli officials have used in the last few weeks. And clearly, if you listen to what the defense minister said, Yoav Gallant, they see the center of gravity of the war as having moved to the north. The Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, on the day of those explosive attacks and the telecommunications devices blowing up last Tuesday, it was only a week ago, that same day he announced a new war objective. And the war objective was to allow residents in northern Israel to return homes. Now remember, there are over 70,000 families that have left the northern border since October 7, and since that daily exchange of rocket fire between Hezbollah and Israel. And a similar situation in southern Lebanon as well. You have more than 120,000, 130,000 families also being forced to evacuate. So there is a vacuum on both sides of the border. And what some people are saying, and again, this is an expert view, is that what Israel is looking to do here is to escalate once more in order to de-escalate and to get Hezbollah to come round to agreeing to put down their arms and to stop the exchange or the firing of rockets into northern Israel.
This also comes with the backdrop of the UN General Assembly, which begins today in New York. Iran's new president will be there. Also the Israeli delegation and the outgoing US president. So this could also be a very important moment.
It could have been a big opportunity. I would just point out the Lebanese Prime Minister cancelled his trip, so he's no longer going. The Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is still expected to make a trip towards the end of the week. He is expected to give a speech either Thursday or Friday. It has not been confirmed given everything that has been going on, but this was meant to be a longer trip for him. He obviously cut it short or made it shorter. The US, meanwhile, is still very much focused on breaking this escalatory cycle. They're urging restraint for all all parties involved. You did mention the Iranian President Pezeshkian as well, and he made some interesting comments yesterday that have been picked up also on our Bloomberg terminal. In comments to reporters, he said that Iran would be willing to have a discussion with Israel, and they're willing to put all our weapons aside so long as Israel is willing to do the same. This is a verbatim quote that the Iranian president told reporters yesterday, and lots of people were questioning the timing of those specific comments, particularly because, as we know, Hezbollah is Iran-backed, and there has been an absence or very few signs that Iran are looking to get actively involved in this war as well. So you have to think about some of the commentary that's going to be coming through from Iran and Iranian representatives in the next few days as well.